Siyakwamukela, you have found us.
People looting the looters.
Exploring Durban, KZN, the Midlands is my agenda. Ngiyabonga. How gorgeous. She is a little bit hidden, but she's there. Secret Sunrise morning. Sawubona Dumela. Good morning, Durban. Yo. Sunny Apona, greetings. I hope you guys be good. My name is Pearl. The name of the channel is Mgwaqo Creates. If you be here for the first time, Siyakwamukela, you have found us. You have found the place for joy. You have found the place to feed the inner child, to explore the backyard. Today is the 16th of June. It's a public holiday in South Africa. And I've started my morning out in Umhlanga with the Secret Sunrise family. Ever so grateful for that family. I get to share good vibes and lead dance sessions with strangers that are just into the things that I'm in. Grateful for that. I am planning on making a quick stop in the CBD at Muhle Museum just to get in a bit of history of the city, and then I'll use the rest of the day to just unwind and just really enjoy the holiday. What I do not want to happen for myself, Uguti, this day go by and it's just an ordinary day. I do want to be in touch with the history. I do not want to forget, Uguti, what it took for us to get here. So somebody's moving their car. It just did, the car just went down, so I was a bit fascinated and I got distracted. So I don't want to forget what it took for us to enjoy the privileges that we have today. And if I was in Joburg, I would definitely go out to Soweto and possibly do a Lebu Soweto backpackers tour, because their tours include the youth day route, and you get to experience and kinda be part of the history and remember what it took for us to get here. So I hope you enjoy your public holiday wherever you are. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, spread the good vibes, and share this content with anybody that you think might be into feeding the inner child, somebody that is looking for things to do around Durban, KZN, and yeah, South Africa, our land. In South Africa, our land. Kambe sasin, tsiki tsiki tsik, beep beep, don'tsa mehlo. Yeah, it's closed. It's a public holiday. I guess it's only fair that they also rest. But now we know where it is. It is the 18th of July. It's a Saturday and it is Mandela Day. I spontaneously decided this very morning to attend an event at the KZNSA Gallery. They have an exhibition around the looting and the effects and impact, the lives lost and whatnot. I'm gonna find out what it's all about. I saw it on Instagram a while back and then it popped up again last night. Now, I was like, should I, shouldn't I? But then this morning I was like, it's 9 o'clock. I just got done with Secret Sunrise. Why not? Why not? So, the perks of adulting, practicing free will. We are here. Let's find out. Please remember to like, subscribe, tell your people about this channel. I embrace the outdoors and I feed the inner child like it's the last thing that my life depends on. Exploring Durban, KZN, the Midlands is my agenda. Ngiyabonga.
Individuals began to emerge or to re-emerge from its dormant places.
Dasan Satya, he is a senior reporter at ENCA. Dasan, I'm doing abbreviated bios, is that fine? Comrade Tapelo Mahapi, the General Secretary of Asikadi Basanjong. But I would like to ask the panelists, just to start from your personal experience, what was it like 5 years ago?
People looting the looters, you know, so you'd have people doing the dirty work, and as they go across, those people would get sort of alive crossing in a helicopter. It takes a lot of things into account. You have to firstly realize where you are, you have to deal with the noise, and you have to really make sure that the message you get across is a coherent one, and you are illustrating, you're talking to the visuals that people are seeing at the time. And this one caught me by surprise, because when we went up, it was now unraveling for me as well. So the anchor's saying to me, so, you know, like, talking about what's going on there. And I'm seeing things unfold in front of me for the first time. I'm also watching the city that I grew up in burn in front of me. And I need to now also not be alarmist, because we need to reassure the community and tell them that, listen.
In fact, when I listened to this, one of the people who spoke was Nomfundo, who was a journalist. She spoke about the sheds that were burnt. That's my community view. About 300 homes were burnt down, and I lost literally everything on that 11th of July 2021. So it was a very difficult time. Here you are facing a riot, at the same time you lose everything. Actually walking in numbers, and some were walking over this body to try and get to the chickens that were there. And people who were inside were telling me that there were already people who were dead, because people would go up on a ladder and carry some chicken and throw them down, and because you're frozen and you are busy trying to get what you can get, and then the frozen chickens will come over here, and there were 5 bodies that were discovered in Krishna.
But there are definitely lessons that have been learned, and I think that that's very important.
The story running through my head is how does all of this that we've discussed contextualize the nation building program, which is an immense, almost international obligation. It's the floods, a lot of political up and down. This economy, this KZN economy, is positioning itself and is emerging as probably the strongest future economy in South Africa.
Crowds running amok. They're all young men.
Moments in which people can come together and hopefully fight for a much more equal South Africa. The dream, I think, that many of us wanted to see happen. Yeah. So we've run out of time.
Glad I showed up. So glad that I followed my intuition. That's a conversation that I want to be a part of. It's a conversation and a reflection that I want to be in the midst of. So the political unrest of July was the starting point, but then the conversation moved to what that meant afterwards, how it affected us as a nation or the communities that we are in, and then where we are now and what perspective has that given us. And it even looked at the current political situations and realities, tapped into Madlanga, tapped into the upcoming elections, and also gave us people in the room the responsibility and I guess vote of confidence of how much power we have amongst ourselves. Just looking at the March and March and how much impact the people, ordinary South Africans, have made in that regard is just a reminder and an awareness of we are the voice, we are the people. Very layered, very emotional parts of it. Another part that I liked was the reality Uguti. We are not aware of other people's perspective, and at the moment it was more of a challenge to the middle class and possibly the white South Africans that are not always considerate of the realities that may be happening in rural communities, even in if it's not rural, I don't want to use the informal settlement. I was running away from using the word squatter camp, but it's just the reality of how divorced we are as a nation from each other's realities, and a challenge to ourselves to not always rely on information from the media, because that can also be infiltrated and be influenced, and that somehow becomes the narrative and the reality that we're living in. The other part that really spoke directly to me was from a business perspective, to now look at the opportunities that Durban have in terms of the infrastructure, in terms of the economy, and what is happening. And as an advocate and a lover of the city, I related to that the most, and I might not always articulate how I love the city, how I have so much hope for the city, but it just reminded me of how much power there is that I have, and also how many opportunities are there for self. And I felt affirmed as Mgwaqo in that regard, and I'm still gonna sit with the thoughts, but glad I showed up. And yeah, I hope I do justice to the editing.
What's up, everybody? He's pretty fast. He is fast. 0.62 is not bad at all.
Long way to heaven. Here. Gabriel is Samuel Sangwen. No. Somewhat. You're not scared?
No. I'm scared.
You scared? Sit back. Make sure.
Israel.